think that kind of started through basically merch designs.
They basically discovered us through the internet.
Yeah.
And from there, our relationship with them just kind of blossomed. They hooked up a show for us, and then took us out on tours, and I think that was really like inspiring because we were such a young band to be able to see firsthand like what it could be like for us, you know, in the coming years, and so that definitely was good for us to get that experience. And then we collaborated on Cupid's Chokehold with Patrick. He kind of saved the day a little bit because originally we were using just the raw, straight sample from Breakfast in America, but then when we couldn't get clearance for that, we had to have somebody with the pipes to step in and sing on that, and Patrick was the dude for the job, so he's kind of our gym class hero. But, and yeah, it was just, it's been a good relationship with them, and we've continued to work together for years now.
I mean, you know, obviously it helped with accessibility.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, it used to be significantly harder to get your music across to different people. I mean, you had no choice but to tour. And touring, I mean, I feel is still like the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Because people get something out of the live show that they don't get out of an MP3. But in terms of just allowing people to like get that first experience, you know, the internet makes it that easy for better or worse. Definitely worse for artists who are trying to sell albums.
Yeah, exactly.
But, but better for artists who are trying to kind of come up. So
there's so many though.
Yeah,
you know?
there are a whole bunch. It actually makes it kind of harder to keep track of it. But I don't think it's a hindrance because at the end of the day, you know, whichever bands stand out are the bands that stand out.
I think for me, there's been a couple bands that I've actually discovered through commercials. I know Sarah Bareilles had the song in like I think the Old Navy or Target commercial or something, and I was like, that is super catchy, and I just typed the lyrics into Google, and then it told me who it was, and I was like, it's a cool song. And then even I think this girl from Canada, I think her name is Lights or something, and she has this like indie kind of project, and they were in an Old Navy commercial or something, and I heard that, and I thought it was really cool. So I think that is just, it's another, at the end of the day, it's just another medium to get your songs heard, you know, and for those people who are lucky enough to have their music be the soundtrack for somebody's, you know, vision of a commercial, I think that's pretty cool. Also, it's one thing, you know what I mean? It's like, obviously, you know, Gym Class Heroes, it probably won't be down for, you know, using our song in like a Cheetos commercial or like something that doesn't make sense, but I feel like if it's like done with like, if it's done tastefully and it's done in the right way, I think it can make sense. I feel like in a band, it's like you can kind of choose which path you want to go on.
Sure.
No.
No, none.
There are a lot of bands out there who are impressing me.
No.
But I always state Muse as one of the bands that impresses me the most. And it's kind of mind-boggling to me why they aren't as huge in the United States as they are over here.
It's a bit funny,
It is
isn't it?
strange.
It
Why?
doesn't make any sense to me, but I mean, overall they're ridiculous. Their songs are amazing. Musicianship is amazing, and I've heard their live show is amazing, though I have yet to actually see it. But I did see part of the DVD, and I wish I was there.
You would probably have a seizure pass out to the light show.
That's not
And then you'd be mad because you missed the show.
But I'd have been there, you know what I mean? I mean, as soon as I heard Muse, I was like, hooked. Like, it didn't take, you know, they did not have to grow on me at all. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah. I remember you played me Hysteria.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Exactly.
I like literally jumped up out of that. I was like, what is it? What are we listening to? It's that good.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, for me, like, my golden era of hip hop was between 1997 and like 2003, and like there was so much like awesome stuff going on, like in both I think mainstream and the underground. You know, Jay-Z was still consistently putting out records, and you know, there's groups like KRS-One and Atmosphere and Aesop Rock and LP and Company Flow, and even the Black Eyed Peas like at one point were releasing dope albums. So
what happened?
I think for me that was my golden era, and like I think rock certainly gets the most play on my iPod for the most part, but not even that is I'm still playing the hip hop that I used to listen to when I was in 9th grade, you know, and so
that's good. I thought it was just me.
But I think like with any kind of music, I feel like there are transitional phases.
Yeah,
definitely. I do have faith that hip hop will resurface in like
let's hope
a really cool way, and if Gym Class Heroes can be a part of that, then that's awesome. In terms of future collaborators, I don't really know. I feel like the cool thing about being a part of this band is that almost anybody we choose to collaborate with would be a pretty interesting and somewhat unexpected collaboration. Like, for instance, for this album, we have from Busta Rhymes to Daryl Hall and Estelle and
Estelle?
Estelle, yeah.
Really?
She's on the opening track to the album, and arguably one of the highlights is hearing her voice on the album. It just sounds incredible. We're also going to tour with her at the beginning of next month when we get back to the United States.
You know, I personally get nervous sometimes when just from picking up nervous energy from other people.
Wow.
I think that makes me nervous. And the thing is that I don't realize it. So there's a lot of times where I'm just like, I'm really nervous today. But that's because, you know, something or some people around here, for whatever reason, are kind of like, and I pick that up. But, you know, the times that I'm aware of it, I don't get very nervous. There's actually a lot more downtime in touring than people think.
Really?
It's like 20. It's like we're on stage for an hour and a half, and then the other 20 so hours, it's like kind of downtime. So you can actually do a lot of other things. I'm actually going to pursuing a college degree online. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, we literally have time that we can be doing things like that, which is kind of cool. I'm glad that we're not bogged down with music every waking moment. I think it gets to a point in your career where it becomes a little bit more than music. You know, it's like there's a whole other facet to this life, and as you can see, I mean, we're in front of the camera, you know, so it's like there are a lot of other things that go on. And back to the question about being nervous, it's funny because like I actually feel way more nervous like talking to people than I would like playing drums in front of like 50,000 people. You know, it's like it's like I can talk with my drums.